I'm ready.
All right, welcome to Jack Dodson's Racing Insider News. Pretty excited, Jack. We got Spider-Man here tonight.
I'm telling you, I mean, I've tried for a while to get him on here.
And just who knows, we just had to go a couple suites over.
I'm telling you, that's pretty cool. That's pretty cool.
Mr. Larry McBride in the house. We appreciate Larry coming in. All right, let's thank our marketing partners here. New one, Los Compadres. Appreciate Edgar. Got the big win this weekend too, Jack.
This weekend, Rick House got the win in the trucks and in the Los Compadres truck. So that's pretty cool.
Factory canopies. If you want your custom 10x20 tent with your sponsors, whatever on, hit Todd Davis up at Factory Canopies and tell him we sent you. I think it's $16.99 or $16.95, I believe, for a 10x20 custom screen printed tent. Mosquito Joe's of the Peninsula, hit them up, get 50% off on your first month of service. Papa John's, better ingredients, better pizza. They provide dinner every week. We appreciate them. Jack loves the pizza. I mean, you missed it the last couple of weeks, Jack. You didn't get no Papa John's pizza.
The funniest thing is we went somewhere this weekend and we went downstairs.
And you got pizza?
No. Went downstairs to ask the girl at the motel or hotel. And asked them,
what's up to eat?
I said, y'all have a place that delivers pizza or something like that? She said, well, the only thing we have around here is a Papa John.
MPM Marketing with Tanya McAllister. Appreciate Tanya helping us out with our custom fire suit giveaway this year. Hopefully this thing should be in pretty soon. Bondart's Brothers Distillery, Robert Bondart. Thanks, Robert, for being on board for a long time there. Slinger Speed Company, your local t-shirt shop. Hit Tim Brown up. Tell him we sent you. Langley Speedway, thanks to Bill, Chuck, Terry for allowing us to do the show from here and making this our home. Greatly appreciate it. And turning AC on for us.
Chief came up here, had the air conditioning on, and they've been working on the air conditioning up here this week. And we walked in and the air conditioning was on.
It's actually kind of cool in here. I'm surprised. I was so surprised.
I was tickled to death.
They hadn't kicked us out. They love us over here. We greatly appreciate it. Appreciate Chuck calling and checking on us, make sure everything was okay. Fast Eddie's Barbecue. Thanks for Eddie for providing barbecue, and we'll be providing barbecue. I think I haven't confirmed that for Hampton Heat.
Hampton Heat night. We do barbecue.
Appreciate that. We'll come over and get some barbecue.
Well, I'm on the list. I'm going.
Pepsi, Mountain Dew is mine and Jack's drink of choice. Appreciate those guys. Paquette Power Solutions with Keith Paquette. Get a generator and free lunch.
Bringing up Keith Paquette. Okay. Well, I talked with Keith the other day.
You did?
Yes.
Did you say how he
we
still
were talking about these shirts that we're doing. He said, go on and get him a shirt. I said, put him down for a shirt. He told me to tell you Scott's going to pay for it since he owes me a dinner. So, you know what you got to do now.
I ain't going to say that. C. Clark Contracting. Oh, Eddie. Thanks, Eddie, for coming on board and helping us out. GAC, Great American Company with Guillermo Amaya. Miles of Seamless Scudder, man, we really can't thank Vivian, Courtney, Daniel, Mark, all those guys out at Miles of Seamless Scudder for putting up the money for our sponsorship giveaway every year. We will be doing it again this year or next year, however you want to term it. So get your videos right and start posting them, or get to the end of the year and start posting them. And we really appreciate them. I don't know many people that'll put up $5,000 for us to give away. Frontline Performance Race Fuels, Parts and Lubrications, the hottest fuel at Langley Speedway,
and a 6-time winner with Old Dusty.
Get your Old Dusty shirts. Get them right here. Get your order in. We need a
I'm
few
promoting
more.
it now. I didn't want to do it to start with. Now I'm promoting it.
Get your Old Dusty shirts. 6-time winner in a row. MA Media, Ashley Miller Media. AM. AM Media. Thanks to Ashley for doing some graphics for us. Makes us look good. Well, makes the show look good. It don't really make us look good, right? All right, Jack. On you. I'm gonna try to fix this.
All right. The news for the week. Let's talk about the news for the week in the Cup Series. Jason Briscoe got the win. I'll tell you what, he come back up there and took that win. Pretty good way to do it. I mean, I was thinking it was pretty much a done deal for Byron, and he went all around it. The O'Reilly Series, Brandon Jones got the win. The ARCA Series at Chicago, Connor Mozak got the win. In the Cars Tour out west, the Tri-City Speedway, Ethan Ebert got the win.
That race was really good.
At Lonesome Pine Raceway this past weekend, late models Chase Dixon, limited late models Keith Helton. Both of those cars are from Chase Dixon Motorsport. And in the Mod 4s, who won the Mod 4 race?
I just know they came from Kevin Canner's
It
camp.
was Kevin Canner this time got the win. So that was another big win for him. Out at Newport Speedway, in the street stock, Cody DeMarmles got the win. And in the limited late models, Nick Williams got both wins in that division. Caraway Speedway, the Carolina Crate 602 Modifieds, Dale Ogborn got the win. That's our buddy Dale got the win. It was a pretty big win for him. In the Rusty Hart Memorial late model race,
What's up, Victor?
Coy Beard got the win. And in the Smart Mods, it was Carson Lofton that got the win.
Every lap.
Yeah, led every lap. Kingsport, in the limited late models, Tony Ponzicas
What's up, Eddie?
got the win. Late models, Ashton Higgins got the win. And in the Mod 4s,
Kevin Canner.
nope,
Rocky Yates.
Rocky Yates got the win.
I can never think of Rocky.
And Chris Amberger finished second.
Oh.
And Kevin finished third.
Oh. Got that
But-
local carburetor now.
But Kevin came back out in the Pure 4s
And one.
and won that race.
Hmm.
It was a pretty big deal. Here at Langley Speedway,
What's up, Skinno?
this past weekend here at Langley Speedway, we had the sprint cars. Gerald Harris got the win in the sprint cars. In the super trucks, Rick Paust got the win.
Los
Yeah.
Compadres.
That I'm gonna tell you what, that motor must have been humming this week. That's a pretty good deal. Anyway, he called me and on Friday before the race and said, "Look, I need you come out and spot for me." And I was,
He's using a spotter now?
yeah, what he said. So I
You
couldn't do it.
spotted?
No, I didn't.
Oh.
I didn't come up here. I was gone.
Oh, you can, that's
You
why
would-
he won.
Exactly. He
Mhm.
wouldn't have
All
won.
right,
if he's-
look, y'all stay over and keep your mouth shut. In the mini cup cars, Johnny Shunk got the win. Grand Stocks, Paul Lugno. I think he's won a race or two here.
A couple. I mean,
Um,
just a couple.
That was a really close race.
Was
And
it?
of course, I said Gerald Harris got the win in the sprint cars, and in the super streets, Old Dusty, Sammy Gator got the win. So,
Sammy's not old and dusty.
but he didn't even mention me, and
Oh,
Adam
now we're
did.
disappointed.
Adam
Adam did.
didn't even mention me down there. But that ticked me off.
Look, he didn't like it at first. Now.
That's right. I wasn't going to promote that to start with, but now I'm going to do it.
Sammy Gator, they put an old motor that was sitting in the corner. They called it Old and Dusty and
And
named it after Jack. So
it
it's
had-
the Old Dusty motor. So we're gonna call it Jack Dodson, and he's been winning ever since. So
I won 6 straight races with the old motor in there.
Ed, Kyle Webb's and everything.
This week is the Sean Beluzzo Memorial Race Night here at Langley Speedway. That's going to be a big deal.
yeah, hopefully they have some good cars here for that.
Driver of the week this week. Anybody got any idea who driver of the week is going to be?
Well, I seen somebody voted for himself.
I didn't count that vote. I didn't count that vote.
Did Rick win?
Rick won. Rick won.
As well deserved. What a
Driver
really
of the
good
week.
guy.
I mean, with all he's been through and finally get a win, that's a big deal. And talked with Allie Owens this week. She's going to be in a pro late model at New Smyrna. She's gonna be doing some racing in the pro late model
I
series
guess
down
when
there.
she's doing that shark fight,
Yeah, she's doing the Sharp Bike 90 down at
60.
60. Okay, 60 down at New Smyrna Speedway. So that's a pretty big deal.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
So neither one of us were here this week. I
Mhm.
mean,
I will.
that was
We weren't allowed. We were both busy.
you could say that again.
Well, I didn't even talk to you all weekend.
You must have really been busy. We didn't even talk back and forth. My wife
I
was
didn't
giving,
even get no love letter or anything.
my wife was giving me all the accolades in the world. She said, "I am so proud you and Scott didn't even talk to each other this weekend. I didn't have to compete with him."
Well, the weekend's over.
I said, "But don't worry, we'll get right back to it next Saturday." So you don't need to get excited. All right, let's get our first guest on here. Man, it is an honor and a pleasure to have. Come on in and
Yes, sir.
take the little seat there. And
Well, it's an honor and a pleasure to be here, to be honest with you.
No, the honor's ours, man. The honor is ours.
It's
This is
great. It's
really-
one of my favorite places here.
this is really cool to have you here. I mean, I've been hearing about Larry McBride all these years. And I kept sending notes. You were ignoring me. Or you
Probably didn't know who it was, right?
He's like Jack who
Yeah.
swipe.
Right.
It wasn't Tinder where you swipe left or right.
Maybe he'd have called it, what's the motor called?
It might have been.
Old Dusty.
Old Dusty. Today, just Old Dusty. I'd answer.
That's right. That's right.
That's not funny, Larry.
You gotta go with the crowd, you know?
That's well true.
That's right. I mean, hey, anybody that fell off a bike at, you said 210-ish.
Yeah.
and-
Right
and
around.
you-
Just
and
210.
coming on the show
2 weeks later.
2 weeks later, we're really honored. Honored you're still here.
Yes, God bless me.
Did,
So
did
it
you
was
have to change your pants when you?
well, it was actually I was worried about getting up because of my wife and my kids and grandkids and everybody was watching it. So I said, man, I got to stand up, so everybody know I'm okay, right? So
Yeah.
it was one hell of an experience. In 1992, I crashed in Gainesville, Florida. I was doing some tire testing for a tire company that we won't say over the air, but it was we had a tire failure and I crashed, and so I hadn't really been off, since '92, and then
Was that a bad one or?
that was bad. Well, that was a lot worse than this last one. Still staying around the same 200 miles an hour, and
You're consistent.
yeah, I'm consistent. That was 205 on that one. So I beat the old record, right?
There you go.
So that one there, I got hurt pretty good. A lot of road rash because of the leathers and the equipment back then was nowhere near what we have today. I mean, our equipment today is like
How thick is your suit? How thick is the leather?
it ain't real thick, but it's kangaroo leather, which is some of the toughest leather that you can get. Just like my gloves are all kangaroo leather.
Okay.
So
Did not know that.
and all your skid points. It ain't all. I ain't gonna say the whole suit is kangaroo. Just all your skid points are kangaroo leather.
Okay.
So it's
And is
very
those
expensive.
areas,
Yeah, all your
thicker?
slap on your elbows, your shoulders. Yeah.
how thick is that?
I'd say it's probably
Quarter?
it's good. It's a good quarter inch. Yeah, I mean in the skid pads, and then you got little padding, you got little kind of skid pads, the slider pads. in 'em.
Okay.
So that's what saved me. And then you run a spine pad it's about, I don't know, I guess it's about 3/8 of an inch thick. So, and I slid, like say, a little over 400 feet. And
It had to feel like days.
God, man, am I ever going to stop? And then, you slow down to about 60 miles an hour. Then I'll start flipping a little bit, you start gaining a little traction, right? And then, I got up and then, of course, after evaluating my leathers and all, I went, oh my God, I'm so lucky because it skidded all the way through the spine pad, but did not get my back at all. So,
Wow.
I was very fortunate. God was blessed. He got something else for Larry McBride to do. So,
Evidently.
so we're trying to get healed up now and get everything ready. We just, we were lucky with the bike. We didn't get a ton of, we got a lot of damage, but it could have been a whole lot worse. So we took it all apart. We put it on the frame table on Saturday and the frame's perfect. So now it's just a matter of putting everything back together and a lot of new parts because it glanced off of a wall down there, which is clean the right side out, which is some of the most expensive parts is on the
really?
right-hand side. But, we're fortunate enough there at the shop that we make our own stuff. So my brother's at the shop working right now. I've been a little lazy here the last couple of weeks.
Like, I don't know.
And I got an excuse. I've been saying, man, I'm just a little tight this morning, bro. I'm gonna hang out here at the house for a little while.
I'll see you tomorrow.
That's the best way to do that.
Oh yeah, well this afternoon about 3:30. I said, man, I'm gonna take off a little early. I said, I'm gonna go out to Langley. And
So
I
is,
said,
the
I'm gonna go
brother-
home and rest a little bit first.
is he older or younger?
He's just a year older.
Just a year older.
Just a year
Okay.
older. Yeah. And he's a master machinist, and he's a tool and die maker by trade.
Okay.
And he does super work. We do all kind of work for local people. Small stuff. We don't do near as much as what we used to, but we enjoy it. I kind of miss the retail side of the business some. Meeting all the new people, different motorcycle riders, but I don't miss people talking about the internet sales and
Oh, yeah.
things like that because I can't compete.
Right.
No,
You can't compete.
Yeah.
So how did you get started in the first place? What was the first time getting on a bike? How did that happen?
Well, I was very young when I started motocross racing, so it's dirt bike racing. And then in 1978, I get a call. Well, I'd been dirt dragging on a small bike, and in 1978, Squeaky Bell, a guy from Hampton, calls me and said, "Hey, you want to ride the fuel bike in the dirt?" I said, "Sure, why not?" And then we built an asphalt bike in 78, and I started riding that. So I rode that in 78, 79, and part of 80. And then in 1980, I get a call from a guy in Yadkinville, North Carolina, Danny Johnson, and said, "Hey, would you like for you to ride my bike?" And here's what's crazy. He had just crashed that bike in Fremont, California 2 weeks prior.
Okay.
So he took it back to the shop, not bad, fixed it and all. And I went to U.S. Nationals, the biggest, it's the granddaddy of all drag racing.
Yeah.
And that's when we were all Top Fuel Motorcycles was actually a featured class in the NHRA. And we go out there and I run it up.
Oh, really?
Yeah. And then I raced from him from 1980, 80, 81, 82, 83. And then in 84, I decided, I'm going to do something different, right? He was kind of going another direction. And some local guys here, matter of fact, Steve at Steve's Radiator and a couple other guys got together and they bought the bike and had me ride it. Well, that wasn't going really well. That just did not go well at all. We all left as friends, but it didn't go well. So I said, I got to change again. So in 1985, I said, you know what, I'm going to control your own destiny.
Mm-hmm.
And so I started my own team in 85. And I had a lot of help from, used to be Casey. It was called Casey Honda, Peninsula Honda back in the days.
Okay.
And Clark, a guy named Clark Rowley. And Clark helped me get everything going. And that went really, really well for a lot of years. And then, then you pick up sponsors and you kind of move on. And then I crashed in 92. So it took a little bit of time to heal up from that. And then now I got to build a team. So a guy named Fred Buckley out of at Quickway Trucking, he did some NASCAR sponsor, Junie Don Levy.
Okay.
He sponsored Junie Don Levy, and so he was pretty into the NASCAR. Don Levy's shop was right next door to his place.
Okay.
So he helped me get going and got me back on my feet, and got everything everything we needed to go. And then he got out, actually passed away, and we just carried it on. Just kept the sponsorship going, and then I've just kind of done my whole deal ever since then. So it's been a great career.
So when were you able to start doing this for a living? And I mean, what's going through your mind?
94, 95 is when it really started. When we knew that if we was going to take this, we had to get sponsors. We had to take it to the next level to be able to make a living at it.
So how many races during a year do you run? I mean,
well, back in the day, we were 12 to 14 races. The last several years, we don't, about 6 is all I want to do. It's so expensive, and we've done as many as 8 in the last 5 years. Now we just kind of stay with the 6. Then I do some shows. That's where you make your money at the shows. You get paid show up money, then you get paid X amount of dollars per pass, and and all of our stuff is the way all of my stuff is set. I'm all set up on bonus programs. So if you go out and you're number one qualifier, you get bonuses. You set a record, you get a bonus. You set a mile an hour record, you get a bonus. Set an ET record, you get a bonus. You win the race, you get a bonus. Plus you get the money. So that's why all my stuff, every sponsor I've got, that's exactly the same deal we've got. Like Pingle Enterprise, I was telling y'all earlier, they've been with me for over 30 years, and I get the same money when they came on with me in '94. I still get the same dollar value today as I did back then. I've never asked for another dime.
Wow.
But I do get bonus pro, and then it's just like I'm doing a new wrap on my truck, and that's a $20,000 wrap. So they're paying for it.
Wow.
So people, and I think when you can't keep going back, and the way we kept our sponsors, we don't keep going back and I need more money. I need more money. You make do with what you got.
Mm-hmm.
They see you're working hard, and then when you need stuff,
They're there for you.
they're there to help you. Drag Specialties, they've been with me for really close to 30 years, probably 26, 27 years.
Wow.
And they're a large company. And unfortunately, Fred, the owner of it, he passed away a few years ago. So a lot of things has got cut back. We don't get as much money now because Fred would, he'd call up. He just, that was the first $1 billion a year motorcycle aftermarket company.
Wow.
That's a
So
big deal.
he would call me up and say, "Hey, how's everything?" Well, Fred, things are a little tight. Airplane tickets has went up and things like that. And next thing you know, you get a $5,000 check in the mail.
Wow.
So
We need to find out who this is.
and that's kind of the way. And I tell everybody, it's how you treat people.
That's exactly right.
You treat them with respect, and you do good work for them, and then that's what we've always done. Do good social media stuff for them. Do good at the track, and these companies like that. When we're at the track, I'm constantly out there with the fans. Is it hard to do sometimes? Absolutely, it is. But it's what you got to do. If you want to make a living at it, it's what you got to do. And so that's and they send out their people see it.
Mm-hmm.
So you always have everybody's heard of ARP, right?
Right.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay, well, I've been buying parts from ARP for, I can't tell you, for all my whole racing career, for 40 plus years, right?
Mm-hmm.
And they make special studs for me and all this, right? Well, 2 years ago at Denwood at the NHRA race, just go so you never know who you meet. Here comes a guy up there, and he's got an ARP shirt on. ARP, well, I'm sitting there talking to him. Can I get an autograph for my grandson? Absolutely, because my Spider-Man stuff. I gave him a thing. We're sitting there talking and all. And I said, "You like beer?" He said, "Man, I'd love one." I went and got him a beer. Well, next thing I know, he's one of the head guys at ARP.
That's not what you
Oh,
do.
there you go.
So we hit it off, and he came back over that night and had a couple beers with us, and me and him did a handshake on a deal, and I got an ARP deal.
Nice.
So it all, and just last year and this year alone, just in nuts and bolts and things like that, I've probably saved. I've spent in the thousands.
Yeah.
Because when you got a sponsor, you can change stuff that you normally wouldn't do if you was going to buy it. So now I can upgrade my cylinder studs, and we just upgraded all the head nuts and all the cylinder studs. I mean, for this coming year, they made all kind of crazy new stuff. And we talked about it, and I didn't even order it. Next thing I know, I get this box, and did several boxes that you couldn't two people to carry it, right?
Yeah.
So it was ARP's been extremely good to me. I mean, for especially the last 2 years. But that's
Great.
And I don't get no money, but that you turn that money, turn them parts. That's money. You
That's
just
right.
lay out the
That's
money.
exactly right.
Red Line oil.
Mhm.
I mean, got them in 1994, and until Tim Kerrigan in 1994, he started giving me $750 a month, 12 months out of the year.
Okay.
All my oil.
That's
Give me
a good
oil.
product.
I sold the oil in the shop. I mean, did oil changes, things like that. That you turning all that into money.
Mm-hmm.
That's,
So
yeah, I had Redline oil on my race cars stuff when I was racing.
Redline's pretty good stuff.
it's great stuff.
When I was at SEMA, I was talking to their, we were asking about the water wetter stuff. And then he's like, well, the engineer's right here, and I forget his name. And we talked to him for like 3 hours and picking his brain on how, different oils and how it works and how it reacts and how the water wetter works. And I mean, it's so interesting. And it's not, kind of goes back to the thing, it's not what you know, it's who you know.
Exactly.
Because might have a question of oil or what this or that. When you can have somebody like that on the dial where you can call him and he can tell you why, what, how it's going to work or react.
Well, and I try to tell people, like, when you go to I go to the PRI show every year, been going for a zillion years, probably one of the best things I've ever done. You don't go to the PRI show to get a sponsor.
Right.
That you go and you introduce, you're making contacts.
Right.
You go back next year, make them contacts again. You go back, you might have to go back 5, 6, 7, 8, 10 years. Next thing you know, you're getting product from that person. So yeah, it took some time. But everybody's on them for sponsorship.
Right. Oh yeah.
Everybody. So now, not only do I use it still to meet with people, but now they set just different contacts. Like with ARP, they're setting up this coming December. They're setting up a meeting with one of their associates for me to meet and probably get a deal because they're going to recommend me.
Right. Yeah.
So it's just I got a Race Tech Titanium. It's a new titanium company that's been, you'll see them all on Facebook and all that. They're really promoting their product. I met them. They contacted me. Said, whatever. And then TMS Titanium. Been knowing him for years, never asking for nothing. And he'll call me up and say, Larry, you need anything? You need any material to make stuff? Yeah, I could use some stuff to make steering stem and axles and things like that. It's free. So you turn that into a positive because some of this stuff you're making is for customers. And they know that.
Yeah.
They know I don't need 8 foot of a inch and a half titanium rod. They know I probably need about 8 inches for myself.
Right.
And I'm up front with them. So yeah, I could use that and I could make this. So you turn that into a positive and turn it into money. And it's a tough deal, but that's what you got to do if you want to make a living at it.
Yeah.
So how did the name Spider-Man come? I mean, give us that story again. I know you told us before. But...
Yeah, 1980, Indianapolis, my first race with Danny Johnson. When I ride the motorcycle, I'm kind of all over the bike to keep it in the groove. And an announcer, and I don't know who the announcer was. It was back in the Steve Evans days and all of
You
that.
probably don't want to. He might want a royalty.
Oh yeah, he might want to. Well, I don't know. He might not want to go through that 3 years of lawsuit I went through with Marvel either. So
That's true. Call them. They got it.
yeah, so it was. And then that's the way I moved around. He just started calling me Spider-Man, and as the years involved, people kind of using it, and I would white and blue leather, no Spider-Man, nothing like that. The next thing you know, it's turned over. Yeah, so it's been a great deal.
When did you do the suit to similarize?
This oh God, that was probably
What's a suit cost? I meant to ask you that earlier.
a suit like mine. You're going to pay around $8,000.
Wow.
So if you get all the kangaroo leather, just the boots that I wear is $2,000.
Wow.
They're all kangaroo. They're a company out of England makes the boots, and then they have an inner liner in them to keep your ankles. I think that's one reason we didn't hurt no ankles or nothing like that. Because it's a boot with a boot over it, and it's all composite material.
Oh, okay.
And plus it's fireproof. And 2015, I had an engine explosion in Atco, New Jersey, and got burned up pretty good. A lot of 30-degree burns. So everything now, the leather people advance. Now we put Carbonex inside the leathers. But you got to have the best. Some people say, man, I can't afford an $800 pair of gloves. Oh, yes, you can.
Can you afford not to?
You can't afford not to.
You know what I mean? That's
yeah. I got a friend of mine, Mitch Brown, one of the boys I race with. he said, Larry, what kind of gloves are them? And I told him I said, you could get them from this company. And I said, they're all, and I buy them. I'm not sponsored by the company. I buy them. And small company, but they're all kangaroo. I said, man, they're going to run about $800. And he said, man, I can't afford it. I said, Mitch, you can't afford not to, bro.
That's right.
I mean, if something was to happen, you know, you got to have good products. I mean, I wear Simpson helmets, and I've been sponsored by Simpson never left them. I've been with them for my whole career. So their helmet saved me. I mean, I think wearing a neck collar saved me, you know, from getting a whiplash. Even though I'm sore as hell. I mean, but
so y'all don't have a head neck restraint system. Y'all just have the little donut.
Yep, just run the little donut just to keep your head from going back. A lot of people don't run them. I've always used it just because it's. I was having headaches when I didn't wear it. I was having headaches. I went to wearing that, and all the headaches went away. So just wear your
neck straining.
Yep, neck strain. So, and we don't have to wear the Hans devices.
Well, that's what I was wondering.
I mean, where you going to work that?
Yeah.
Well,
You
right,
ain't got
yeah.
no place to hook it.
No, 'cause I wouldn't want to be hooked to that motorcycle when you.
No.
Yeah.
Well, of course, the best thing you can do when you have an accident like mine is don't go to Facebook. Don't read the comments, because everybody's got the fix.
Oh,
Everybody knows what's wrong with the haters.
Yeah.
I mean, there's a lot of people that straighten them out. I really, 'cause I've never really done anything wrong that I can think of. But I had some people on there that I had no clue who they were. But man, they get to hating on you. I said, you know what? It's terrible. I mean,
Yeah.
It is.
They're just
Keyboard heroes.
oh yeah, and a couple of them, I wrote this one guy. I just personal messaged him, and he didn't even have the nerve to even message me back, because I told him he needed help. And there's only one person that could help him. That was God. I've said it to him really, really nice. And when you're that miserable, trying to make other people miserable, I'm not that person.
No, life's too short.
Too short, and some people are just miserable.
Yeah.
And I'm sure y'all see it on the
For
warriors.
sure.
You get the keyboard warriors, and it's
We get that a lot.
oh yeah, and it just drives me crazy, because it's there's no need for it, right?
No.
There's no need for it. There's too many good people. And Ray, I tell you, in racing, I love round track racing. I've just never been a round track guy. Do I love watching it? Absolutely, I love watching.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I've had the opportunity to drive a late model out here, Danny Edwards.
Oh, really?
Yeah, you can start mine, start and park it. And I said, hell no. I can go straight. I just can't do it. I'm gonna watch y'all go turn left. It's a talent to it, man.
It is.
And I love. I'm not a I love to watch NASCAR up until all the new cars. I don't really watch a ton of that now, because it's just not my gig.
Yeah.
I would rather come to a short track race. I would like late models. I love the Cars Tour. Probably I love that, and especially I've known Brandon and Connor Hall, and since they were just children,
Right,
running
exactly.
around. I mean, I was telling Connor's dad, dang, just lost his name.
Yeah, I can't think of it off the top of my head.
God,
Earl.
Earl.
Yeah.
I've known Earl all my life, right? But anyway, that little knock on the head probably didn't help me. But every time Earl came up to the shop the other day, and I said, the Connor, all I see is that little kid walking in my shop in his motocross outfit. He couldn't have been 6 years old, 5 years old. So, and then Butterbean, I watched him, and they come bought stuff at the I never built his motors or nothing like that. His dad, I don't know. I think Hank Scott or somebody did his stuff.
Yeah, you talking about in the Legends days? I remember he broke. What did he break? Both arms, or one arm and a leg one time? I think when he first started running Legends.
He was good then. I mean, he did a good job, and Connor did a good job. Dale Lemons is the one that got me into the Legend cars. I did Legend motors for probably 12 years or so.
Wow.
It was a great living. I mean, it was.
Until they sealed them up.
Then I got the seal deal.
Oh, did you? Oh, okay.
Yeah, and then they took all of that away from us. So they come. It was so funny. 600 come in, and they said, "We want all your invoices of your motors that you've done." I said, "Hell no, you ain't getting none of my stuff." I said, "I ain't in no trouble with IRS. They're the only ones that can look at my stuff. You can't."
I don't blame you.
So it wasn't 6 months down the road, they pulled
Pulled
it.
everything out.
And then they called me and said, "Hey, is there any way that you could, if somebody breaks a cam or blows a head, can you do something like that?" I said, "I could. I'm not. If I can't do the whole deal, I don't want no part of it."
That's right. That's
But
right.
I mean, but Dale Lemons is the one that got me into it. You
Is
know,
that right?
when Dale first brought him, I mean, this had to be it had to be somewhere in 90, 91, something like that, maybe.
When Dale got?
When he first
went
got-
legend
when
racing?
he went legend, when he first
Something
introduced,
like that.
he basically introduced him out here.
Okay.
And I built him a motor. I would say he was a great guy to deal with, man. And of course, when he died, he was about to kill me.
Yeah, I mean, it is unfortunate because I would love to see what he could have done with this place because I think, he had the resources and I think he would have done a really good job.
Well, he had, we all know, he had bought it,
Yeah,
He got killed on Saturday night. So it was,
sad ordeal.
oh yeah, then Sean gets killed. And I knew Sean very well. He did a bunch of decal work for me. Great guy. I mean,
Yeah, his memorial this weekend.
I know,
Yeah.
yeah.
But what makes you make the decision to bail off the bike in that ride, or why not ride it to the end?
Well, the wind was so strong, there was just no,
you couldn't hang on.
you couldn't hold on to it. So you better take your spot. And I just kind of let go of the, after I quit waving at everybody, it looked like I was waving at everybody, which I wasn't. But anyway, that's when I decided, you know what, I need to just take the momentum, let the wind take you away from the other. I didn't want to
You
get
try
caught
to
up.
get away from the bike.
Yeah, I didn't want to get caught up in the wheelie bars. And, we did a dumb thing on that, on that pass too. We didn't arm the parachute, which might have helped save the bike a little bit if we had an arm, because if they got safety equipment, that'll set the parachute off automatically. Well, and I think we got a little complacent. It was an 8 mile. I thought we was a little bit complacent, and
That happens.
yeah, I think so. I mean, I think that's what happens. And I'm used to running 260 miles an hour, running 1,000 foot or 8 1/4 mile, and the 8th mile, I no problem. 200 no problem. I found out that ain't the way it works. I've got a whole new respect for what goes on there. So so I just took that decision and didn't want to get caught up in the wheelie bars, and it might have been a good thing that I didn't have a parachute arm, because the parachute could have got me. So it's
Hard to say.
only God knows.
Yeah. Do you have a favorite memory, like a favorite race, a favorite win?
Oh God, 1999 was probably the biggest for me.
I'm sorry.
1999, I was the first person to run a 5-second pass on a motorcycle. That really set my career to the next level. I mean, that's when we started getting better money, more sponsors, more product sponsors, because we got the run of the year in National Dragster. So your name's out there. So when you go to the PRI show and you walk up to somebody, they know who you are. Yeah. So it's that's probably my best, my favorite one. I've got a lot of great ones, because we've won a lot of races and a lot of big races and a lot of big money races. But that was probably the standout, because back in then, you had Alan Johnson. That had Team Winston back then, Gary Sells, all these guys were on the starting line when I went to 599. And that was a milestone for us. You know what I mean? That was who's going to be the first guy to run the 5s. So fortunately enough, I was the first guy to run in the 590s, the 580s, 570s, 560s, and 550s.
Dang.
So God has blessed me, and it's and you surround yourself with, it ain't just been me. I'm the guy that gets to pull the trigger.
That's right.
Okay, so it ain't just me. It's the people that you wrap yourself around. And I know all drivers, riders, everybody, they can't be as good as they are if they ain't got a good crew.
Oh, 100%.
And a family. You got to have the family support. And my wife, I can't say enough about my wife. I mean, she ain't big as a minute, but I'm gonna tell you, she's been.
You hear these brownie points, Jack?
Absolutely.
I'm writing it down.
She's listening, so I'm making sure that my daughter, my grandkids.
That's
you know,
right.
all
That's
that.
right.
Just
Gotta
make
take
sure
them all.
Absolutely, because it's
All right.
awesome.
Can you hang with us for a few more minutes?
Oh, absolutely.
All right, let's go ahead and get Peyton on here and talk with him about the Hampton Heat.
Coming up. All right. Let's see. Hello, Peyton, how you doing, man?
All right, guys. How are you tonight?
Good.
How you doing with everything? How's getting everything ready for Hampton Heat?
Everything's been getting along pretty good. We putting the car back together from South Boston last week, trying to go back there this week because we've got a points race Saturday night. Then we're fully focused on the Hampton Heat after that. So looking forward to getting over there and practicing in a couple weeks and trying to get honed in. That place changes every year we go there because it just the temperatures you guys see all year long. The asphalt changes year in and year out. So it's a moving target all the time when we come to Langley.
So we're going for another championship over at South Boston. How things going with things over there for you?
Not bad. You know, right now we're third in points. Trevor Ward's leading, Pembleton's second, and I'm third. Pretty tight battle. I've won 3 races. Pembleton's won 4, and Trevor's won 2. So it's a toss-up right now. Everybody's been running really good each week. Less than 20 points between the 3 of us. So I've had a couple bad races that just kind of put us behind in points a little bit, but we're still very much in it with 7 or 8 races to go.
I know that the race there at South Boston, the first race of the Triple Crown, had a tough time there. Tell us a little bit what all happened there.
Well, I could
I
go.
mean, you don't have to talk bad about anybody.
I could give you all the details, but at the end of the day, we got knocked out with about 40 laps into the race, and long race. We were working our way to the front, and felt like we had a car that could compete for the win by the end of the night, and had some drivers just didn't show the patience that we needed to be there at the end. So got tore up pretty early. Took out a couple good cars with me when we did it. So just a rough night. You know, we kind of limped around, finished 17th. So that pretty much shot us in the foot for the Triple Crown. But we're still coming to Langley trying to win a race.
And you will be at Martinsville too, so I'm sure of that.
Yes, sir. Absolutely. Clarence's car has to go to Martinsville.
Oh, you got that right. I mean, I come by there this weekend at Clarence's, and you know, yeah, you got to have your car there.
Yeah, for sure, for sure. No, it's I'm looking forward to the season. We got good cars right now. We're prepared well to go to Langley, to go to Martinsville after that. You know, we've had a good year. We've been off just a little bit as far as week in and week out, the consistency that we needed to kind of compete for the championship right now. But I feel like we're kind of coming into our own right now. We've been putting up some good races here in the last month, and I feel like things are trending in a good way right now through the midpoint of the year.
Well, that's good. I mean, things are looking good for you. So, tell us a little bit what it's like. I mean, you know, you're a hero at South Boston. There's no doubt about it. I was up there for the race. I heard all the people talking about Peyton Sellers, all this. And, I mean, it's really cool. You have your own grandstand with your name on it and everything. Tell us, that's a big deal to be winning a championship at South Boston for you.
We've been very fortunate. It's home for us, 30 miles down the road from our business. I'm still working here tonight. So, you know, we're in the grading and contracting business. So we do a lot of work over in South Boston, Halifax area. You know, South Boston just grew up going there, watching the races, watching the greats over there race, and just have been very fortunate to do it a long time. Usually when you're a track favorite one way or the other, whether they're making noise, whether they're booing you or cheering for you, it just means you've been there the longest. So I think I'm about the oldest guy there right now at 42 years old. So it's home for me. I enjoy racing there. My wife, my mom, my dad, they're all there every week in the tailgating spot. My brother's crew chiefing. It's truly a family experience. I've got a lot of crew guys that's been with us for years and years. It's just something that's kind of special to me because who else has a home track this close that you can race at with this level of competition year after year?
You got that right. I mean, it's a big deal. Now, what's it like? I mean, it's a thing going on with the racetracks and everything. Starting 43 cars is what I'm trying to get to. Starting 43 cars at South Boston. That seemed to be that. Never mind. Maybe I shouldn't say that. But it seems like that wasn't a good idea.
You know, I don't think the intention was to ever to do that. I think that the rains came, it rained out qualifying, it rained out the heat race. It just put a damper on things. They bumped the schedule up trying to get it in, knowing how important it was to get it in. With as many fans as they had there, they made the decision to start all 43. Looking back, yeah, probably wasn't a great decision, but I do commend the staff. Nick Igdowski made the call. He was there. He come in the trailer. He said, "We're starting everybody. Get ready." and it was kind of a dash to get the cars on pit road. They bumped us up in the starting lineup that night, just trying to make it to halfway, if nothing else. So they made the right call with the information they had. It would have been very disheartening to send a guy home that had a bad qualifying run that didn't get a chance to at least try to race his way in. So, starting everybody, looking back, they had a big wreck on lap 3 and tore up a bunch of cars, but I think they made the right decision with the circumstances they were given at that particular moment. I really do.
Peyton, you've been doing this for a long time. Is it still as much fun to you as it used to be? And how long do you think you'll keep on doing this?
Well, I'll be quite honest. I kind of came full circle. I grew up racing at South Boston. Me and my brother working on cars all night long. A lot of guys staying with us, just going to school during the day, working on cars all night. Through my 20s, we were just trying to work during the day and race all night. I've come to the point now where I'm kind of hands-on in our family business every day. I kind of have to be here every morning at 6:30. I'm still here tonight working. I'll be here till 10. I don't get to turn as many wrenches as I used to. So therefore, I love going to the track because I'm able to kind of turn work off a little bit and focus on driving the car. It gets my mind off of it. Where before I was eating, breathing, sleeping race cars. Now it's my getaway from work. So the passion is still there. The drive is still there to win races. I just don't have the ability to turn wrenches as much as I used to. I've got my brother out in the shop and we work together. We do work at night on the cars a lot, but at the end of the day, my focus is taking care of our family business and getting dirt moved and getting construction sites going. So it's kind of come full circle. I've got a little 3-year-old at home right now that enjoys all the time that I can spend with her. But when I get to go racing, I put that suit on and that helmet on, and I still have that passion to go fast and win races.
You've been around a while, not that long. I mean, Larry says you got plenty of time left. You ain't even 42. But do you have, who are some of the toughest race guys that you've had to race against?
For me, starting off at an early age, racing against Bugs Harefield, Eddie Johnson, Barry Begley, Maurice Hill, just to name a few, Frank Denny, through the years, Timothy Peters, Denny Hamlin, the progression. I've seen a lot of the old guys come and go. I've seen a lot of the young guys come and go. And now I'm racing the youngsters coming up through the ranks. Racing against Corey Heim in the last few years has been tough. So, I've seen a lot of generations of race car drivers, and here I am still racing. So I've endured a lot of that. But, seeing Eddie Johnson at the track every week with Chase, his son, usually it's fun because I'm seeing guys like Dean Ward come to the track with Trevor Ward. Trevor's running for wins against me every week. I used to race against Dean Ward for South Boston for wins when he drove for Goof Fallen. So, it's been a full circle for me to see the young guys come and go and the older guys kind of fading off. That is the fun part about it for me. It's family racing. It's a generational thing, right? When you get out of racing, it's like the worst drug ever, right? We know that. It's the worst addiction ever. It's hard to truly get away from it. And the people that do get away from it successfully, they don't look back. They don't come back. I've seen David Blankenship. They pulled him to the track last year for a meet and greet at South Boston. And I said, David, what are you doing here at the track? He's like, I'm ready to get away because I'm going to be in a car before I know it. He's like, I have to tune completely out of driving race cars. I got to get away from this place. So, right now I'm still kind of entrenched in it, but I expect the day that I walk away from driving, you probably won't see me back for a while unless I come back with my kids or something like that.
Now, Kenny Schrader had a little saying that he told me and Scott was, you don't get out of racing. It's you can't get it out of your blood. It's in your blood. And it's like, what do you say?
Like being in the mafia, you got to die out.
Die. That's right. I agree with that. That's 100% right.
But I love when you said some of the old guys you raced against. I mean, I don't know if there's a bigger character than Bugs Harefield.
For sure. Absolutely. And Bugs had that passion and was tough as it ever got. I raced against him when he was still running good, and I raced against him when he was kind of fading off a little bit, and it never was a harder guy to pass or race against.
Yeah, but quite a character. And then he had that one car he built. It was a 3-link halfway long arm car, but he won 30 races with that car one year, I think.
Right. And the cool thing for me right now, there's still a few guys that have stuck it out through the years. Woody Howard being one of them. Woody was winning races in 2003 at South Boston. He's still winning races today. Deke McCaskill was winning races back in the late 90s, still winning today. So there's a few troopers out there along with myself that raced a long time you know, you look at Philip Morris. I mean, he raced a lot of years. I don't think he got out until he was 52 or 53. So
Yeah.
with that being this case, I still got 10 years ahead of me.
Now you mentioned all these other the drivers you said that were tough on you back. You know, you had a tough time racing with, but I didn't hear you say Lee Pulley.
No, he's one of them for sure. He's one of the generation. Lee retired and come out of retirement. Now he's racing again. So yeah, absolutely. He couldn't get away from it either.
Yeah, I know. I've talked to him about that one time before.
Yeah, I wasn't slated by leaving him out. There's just so many good guys through the years that I've raced against and had the opportunity to race against. So absolutely.
Yeah, Larry just mentioned like Tommy Ellis. Did you ever race against him?
So no, Tommy actually, my dad was on Tommy Ellis's pit crew in '88 when they won the championship.
Oh wow.
There's been a few times over the last few years, Tommy would stop in our shop here when we're working on cars late at night. He was headed to Charlotte with a classic car or something like that. So I've seen Tommy a few times in the last several years, and you know, it's just pretty neat. But my dad helped Tommy Ellis when he was driving the '99, the Goo Goo Cluster car, and up through the years there. And to see that guy race was something pretty exciting as well.
Yeah, I seen him win a 200 lapper here one time.
I like to see him fight.
yeah, Tommy would fight quick too.
I like to see him fight.
Look, I think the time he came here, he got a flat, and the guys changed the tire, and he went a couple laps down. He ended up getting mad, getting out of the car, and said they changed with a 4-way back in the day faster than they did with the wrench. And then Buddy Dozier, I don't know if you ever knew Buddy Dozier, his dad owned Beach Taxi. He had one leg shorter than the other. He wasn't feeling good. He got out of the car. Tommy got in it, and he ended up winning the race. It was a 200 lapper here.
Oh,
I think it's the last race Tommy won. That was like 1990, 91, something like that.
Gotcha. Very cool. Very cool.
Too
Tom,
funny.
There's a lot of those old timers still at the track, but a lot of them are staying away for that reason, you know, because they'll get back in the car. But Tommy's still got that competitive drive, no doubt about it.
Yeah. So what's it like coming to Langley Speedway? Is there a big changeover from running South Boston, a big changeover of the car to bring it to Langley? And what's the toughest thing here?
So for me, it's just adapting to the track. It's so flat. It's no grip. It's just a different characteristic altogether. You throw that in with having to race against the Edwards and Connor Hall and Woody Howard and all the guys over there that run really good there that don't travel much. They kind of hone what they do right there at Langley every single week. The competition's tougher than ever. And I'm just naming a few of them because it's hard to win over there, right? The locals are just tough. And it's neat when I come to Langley because I tell everybody, Langley's like club racing. All the guys are buddies. They're all friends, but when they go on the track, they're not. But prior, like after the race, before the race, if you need something, they're all jumping in to help you because they want to see you race against them too. And they're happy that somebody new came over and raced with them. So I like coming to Langley. Anytime I come over there and I hang out and have dinner with Mark Wirtz or just, you know, get to know the guys again and seeing them around because I've been racing against these guys a lot of years. And I enjoy coming to Langley from the perspective of Bill Mullis is doing it because he loves it. He's not doing it because he's getting rich doing it. He loves it because he loves racing. He puts on a show over there. When they open the gates that Saturday, people are going to be lined up out to the road, bringing chairs in, getting set up, getting their spots saved. That's what it's all about. My wife, she knows if she gets to the track 30 minutes before the race, she's going to park out on the highway and have to walk in. So it's just amazing the crowd they bring over there for the Hampton Heat. And what that race has evolved to from when it first started off to right now, it's just carried so much momentum every year. Yeah,
but they did add some more parking, so they're going to take part of the outside pits and turn it into a parking lot for the Heat. I know we were talking to Vaughn about that at South Boston, and he was showing us. I think it added 214 spots or something like that. I mean, still don't think you need to wait till 30 minutes before the show, but
right.
There's going to be a little bit more parking.
Yep, that'll be good.
In my house, I'll bring them here.
There you
How
go.
much preparation do you get for getting ready to come here for the Hampton Heat? I mean, you know, Hampton Heat has a history of being a very, very hot and long race.
Mm-hmm.
So what kind of preparations do you do to prepare for it?
You know, for me, I'm out in the hot working a lot of times during the summer anyway. I've kind of conditioned myself to being outside and working in our business. And the heat, fortunately, doesn't bother me extremely bad. I see a lot of guys that does work on pretty hard. I'm not saying I'm above any of them, but I have to stay hydrated throughout the week and do what I'm supposed to and work out a little bit in between and just be prepared. The cars, it's a pretty hard race on the cars. I'll be quite honest with you, making sure the brakes are good, making sure that all the components are good because it does put a load on the cars that we normally don't see.
Now, I got a question. I was talking to Bill Mullis at South Boston. There hasn't been a decision made. I know they're playing with the idea of having 6 tires or 4 tires. What would be? I talked to Phil Warren the other day. I got his opinion. What's your opinion? Would you want to see changing tires halfway, or you'd like to run the whole race on one set?
You know, I'm indifferent. The 4 tires really plays into my strategy a little bit because I'm able to manage tires and save them. The longer races suit my driving style pretty well, but that place is so hard on tires. I don't disagree with them if they want to give us to it halfway, but you know, make it a short halfway, come in, get tires and get back out. Don't give the drivers time to get out of the cars and get water and rest and relax and all that. Keep us in the cars and let's go do it. That way your drivers, you see who's got it and who doesn't.
I agree.
Good point. Phil agreed with you. He would rather just have 4 tires. I just think some people were. I mean, I think the fans don't know any different. The pace is so slow in the first half.
Yep.
From the stands, you can't tell that, right? I mean,
Right.
We as competitors know, and we know that what we're doing. You know, you're saving tires for the end. But it kind of jumbles things up too. You see different people move forward. Where, look, if we put 2 tires on, you're going to have. Well, I think you're going to have to go through the 77 car to win it either way, or he's going to be in there.
Brendan will be there. He'll be good. There'll be a lot of good
He will
cars.
be good. I think Lee's going to be here. I don't know if that's official, but I think he's going to be here. I don't know if he's released it yet.
Yeah, you'll have the best of the best, right? You'll have a lot of good cars over there for sure.
Yeah.
Tell us about how this Triple Crown, how it's progressed since they started it. I mean, you're now getting the truck guys coming down to race. Lee Pulliam's coming back to race.
Honeycutt will be.
Yeah, Caden Honeycutt wins. He wins the South Boston race, and he's coming back. I mean, what's it like to look at this as how this has progressed?
To see Virginia racing get the kind of respect and opportunities and the spotlight that it's getting is cool to me because it kind of, you know, it's 3 of the better tracks that we get to race on in the state of Virginia. We've got really nice tracks in Virginia. You look at Langley and Dominion and South Boston, even Motor Mile, Shenandoah, they're nice tracks, right? And I know I'm leaving out somebody, but even our dirt tracks are pretty nice, right? We've got good tracks to race. To have this thing kind of build up like it has and to get the momentum behind the Triple Crown is pretty neat. These guys are coming to race the Triple Crown. They're not coming to race South Boston or Langley or Martinsville. They're coming to race at Triple Crown because it's actually a point series. It pays good money. It's a lot of nostalgia to it right now. I know that, you know, it used to be you could win it with a 5 or 6 point average. I went into it one year. Philip won, or I won South Boston. Philip was second. Philip won Langley. I was second. So we went to Martinsville tied. I finished 7th at Martinsville, passed him with about 3 laps to go. He finished 9th. I beat him by 2 spots for the Triple Crown. That was one of the closer finishes they had. But typically you could run good with a 5 or 6 point average. Now you better have a 2 to 3 point average to compete for the win. So it's very competitive, and it's getting more competitive. When you take 3 different tracks, South Boston's kind of high speed, a lot of grip, you know, challenging track. You take Langley, which is a very delicate, temperamental. You got to save tires. You got to race really smart. And then Martinsville's kind of just hammer down, and the best man wins because you can use all the tire and all the motor the whole race. 3 different tracks, 3 different driving styles. For the drivers that can mix those 3 different styles in and come out with a Triple Crown is very neat. And you got to have a little bit of luck along the way.
Yeah.
Well, Peyton, we appreciate you spending some time with us, and I know you're working and trying to get some things done. And I wouldn't want to see you stay there till 10 o'clock tonight and have to be back at 6:30 in the morning.
I wouldn't have it the other way. No, that's good. I'm just working on making tire money tonight.
That's
Anyway,
important.
We appreciate you spending some time with us, and we'll see you when you come to Langley for the heat.
Yeah. And good luck, man.
Thank you, guys. Have a great night. Appreciate
Thanks,
it.
bud.
Bye.
Man, the heat has become such an iconic race, you know.
Well, when you didn't mention Peyton Sellers coming in here, trust me, everybody wakes up.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Peyton Sellers.
Yes.
Just think of what we got coming in here this time. I mean,
The names.
if we get
Landon Pepperman. I mean,
43 guys like they did at South Boston, 43, I don't think you're gonna get
I
40.
believe Matt Walsh is gonna be running.
Yes,
Yeah,
Yeah.
Matt's
Walsh.
running.
Yeah.
So,
That thing is for the second leg, so everybody who doesn't do good in the first race just doesn't come.
but you got some that, you know, Langley might lend a better hand to them that will help level out
But you remember now, they've increased the purse.
well, I was going to mention that with Peyton on here.
They go,
I mean, Bill said they have increased the purse here, I think by $8,000, I think it was,
Yeah.
and South Boston did it. I don't know if Martinsville's doing it or not. I would assume so. But
That brings some heavy hitters in.
oh yeah, that'll do it.
I mean, but you can imagine what the crowd is going to be like here. I mean, you got some truck guys that are coming in. You got Butterbean, like he's
Oh, yeah.
he's a crowd favorite
and
and
he's
stuff.
promoting it already. I mean,
Right.
I've seen him on Facebook already, or
Yeah.
somewhere I've seen him promoting that he's
Mhm.
coming to race. So, you know what? Matter of fact, I don't know if I heard it on radio or saw it on tip. Somewhere I saw it that he's promoting that he's going to be racing here, which is good.
Yeah, he's,
I mean, I like Butterbean's good.
yeah, he's
Connor's going to be here.
Man, and they
Matt
both
Waltz
show
and Matt Waltz. I mean, it's then you got the Edwards. Yeah,
and I understand all the Edwards are coming.
I think so. I think all three of them.
That's what I've heard.
So yeah, it's going to be a.
I mean, you can't even really say like, I mean, besides the 77, because he's been here and he's been dominating all year so far, he's got to be the favorite. But all the rest of those guys can do. And man, I still keep going back to like 3 years ago or 4 years ago when Connor and Butterbean went at it for 50 laps. I mean, they moved, didn't wreck each other, but I mean, every other lap, they were shoving the other one up in the third groove. Then the other one would catch him and shove him up to the third groove. I mean, it was the car control that those two guys had was just unbelievably fun to watch.
all right.
Langley's awesome track to come watch anyway. I mean, it's because it's a driver's track.
For sure.
It's a driver's track. I can remember the days when. I mean, I saw Danny Edwards win races on the outside there. I saw Matt Waltz do it.
He only
on the
passed
outside.
on the outside back in the day.
Back in the day, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's you know,
All right, let's go ahead and get Landon on here. I know he's ready to talk to us.
What's up, Landon? How you doing, man?
I'm doing good. How about you guys?
Good,
Oh,
man.
we're doing great, man. And,
Good.
are we getting prepared for the Hampton Heat?
For sure, it's that time of year. This July month stretch is really a long stretch going from South Boston, then going to the Hampton Heat as well. It's those couple weeks. It's very tough, and it's a lot of preparation that goes into it.
Now with we were just talking to Peyton a few minutes ago.
Mhm.
Now with South Boston having a regular race this weekend,
Yeah.
how hard is that for you guys? I don't know how many cars you got or whatever, but how hard is it for you to be able to do that? And then you've got to set up and get ready for Langley.
Well, it's a lot that goes into it. You also want to I mean, we're points racing at South Boston, so we're going to try and keep our car at South Boston and make sure make sure that car is intact and hopefully keep it at South Boston. We're going to bring another car to the Hampton Heat just so we can kind of make sure we don't tear up our points car more or less to say. We don't want to tear that car up. The car's been running really good here the past couple months, and we're going to bring a different car and basically the exact same car, just a little bit older than the one we're bringing, but it's going to be top notch. It's I've actually practiced the car a couple times. It's a good car, so I think we're going to be fully prepared for it.
Now, what is your deal? Are you going to come out here and do some practicing at Langley too, or what you going to do with that?
That's the plan. We're going to try and come out here in the next couple weeks and get things going and rolling, so we make sure we're on our A game when we come. I mean, third place at South Boston, then going into you really got a good shot at Triple Crown at that point. So you want to turn your full attention to it, but you also are points racing at South Boston, so it makes it tough for sure. So we got to make sure our stuff's good. Don't want to get anything tore up this weekend, obviously, so we can keep points racing at a high level at South Boston, and then going into Langley, you want to make sure that you get a good finish there. So going into Martinsville, you'll run competitive.
So what's your goal going to Langley?
I don't know what my goal is yet. I do, as long as we're competitive and we're just able. A top 10 finish in the Triple Crown, a top 10 finish at Langley would put you. It would set me up pretty good for the Triple Crown at Martinsville, and then we have pretty good. We were good at. We won Martinsville last year, and I know we're going to bring a good piece this year. So, going to bring relatively the same thing back.
Now, you won Martinsville a couple times, haven't you?
Yes, sir. I've won it twice. Yes, sir.
Because I was up there I think both times you won it, I was up there. So
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
You come this time.
yeah, I had to come this time.
Yeah. Yeah. So
Which car will you take to Martinsville then?
it's hard not to bring the one that we won with last year, which is my car that I'm racing with for points at South Boston. So the points will be wrapped up at South Boston, and we'll be able to put that car's full attention to Martinsville and get it ready for Martinsville.
Now, what makes Martinsville? You've done well since there. I mean, actually, kind of a young guy for guys that typically have won Martinsville. What's Martinsville lend his hand to you? What's so comfortable with it for you?
I think the high grip. I think it's relatively close to like a Dominion on grip and South Boston on a grip level. But it's also you've got to have a good car at Martinsville. If you don't have a good car, it's tougher at Martinsville because everyone at Martinsville is extremely good. When they bring a car to the track at Martinsville, it's their A game. So it's about making sure you're really good and feedback and making sure you're where you need to be, and then also making sure that you nut and bolt check everything pretty regularly at Martinsville, making sure that you don't have a mechanical failure or some things bad luck gets to it, but you want to make sure that there's no missing pieces to it. So it's about I think it works best for me just grip level wise and being able to get after it hard.
Go from South Boston, coming to Langley, and then to Martinsville. 3 completely different racetracks.
Yeah.
What do you do to prepare your car differently than you would prepare any other time for coming to Langley?
It's typically a lot different going to Langley than from South Boston to Martinsville. I think Martinsville is relatively closer on grip level to South Boston, so it's not as big a difference. Going to Langley, it's going to be a totally different thing for us. We're probably going to come completely different than what we usually run at like a South Boston or a Martinsville. So, and I don't have the best of experience at Langley, so it's also working on me and making sure I'm adapting to the racetrack as well, because like Peyton said earlier, it's a lot different every year you come, and it's just a total adaptation to the racetrack as a whole.
What do you do to prepare for coming to the Hampton Heat? Like I asked Peyton a few minutes ago, you come to Hampton Heat, it's known to be hot, it's a long race, tough on the driver, tough on the equipment. What do you do to prepare?
He said he's younger.
Oh, well.
I am a little younger, but thankfully working outside every day, working with we own my family owns a timber business, a logging business, sawmill. So we it forces us to be outside. I feel like the heat doesn't get to me as bad as it does some others. Like I feel like at South Boston is typically the hardest for me, just because you're balls to the wall for 200 laps, and then you've got, I mean, the heat is, it's really humid at South Boston in the summertime, and you're in a just an asphalt hole down there. And thankfully Langley's got some grass on the inside of it, so it's not, it feels like you're not in a big bowl. Langley, I feel like riding around at Langley isn't as bad on the body. It's just a very mental thing.
Now, I asked Peyton, there's been some rumors going back and forth about 4 tires or 6 tires at Langley Speedway. What would you prefer?
I feel like if we had 6 tires at South Boston, I feel like we should have 6 at Langley as well, and then we have 6 at Martinsville. I feel like 4 tires is definitely makes you you got to conserve definitely a little bit more. Which is, I mean, it's part of it. They've been doing it for years, so it's all part of it. It's just adapting to it. I feel like either way, I would like 2 extra tires myself. I feel like if we've got South Boston at 6 tires and Martinsville at 6 tires, I feel like you got to put Langley at 6 tires as well, just to make it all the same. But I feel like my preference 6 tires, but I feel like it can go either way.
Yeah. Well, you're all alone. Peyton said 4. Phil Warren said he would rather see 4. And I'm like, I mean, I could go either way. I mean,
Right.
like I said to Peyton, I mean, I know the pace is so slow the first 100 laps or 120 laps.
Yeah.
But the fans themselves can't tell that. I mean,
Right.
as competitors know, because we know what we should be running or what people should be doing. But I think also you see from the fans, look, we're in the entertainment business first, right? I mean, we kind of talked about that you see different people kind of flow through the top 5 or top 10 because the pace is kind of slow. And I think from the fans' perspective, that can be entertaining,
Well, I
right?
agree with what Peyton said. I think if they're gonna have 6 tires, get in and get them done, get back out.
Early,
Let's get
maybe
let's
come
make
in
the
50
let's see
and-
who's in the best shape to win the race.
yeah,
Make the driver win the race.
Right.
You know, even though you got that 2 tires, but don't
Yeah.
go there and don't, like I said, don't let the drivers get out of the cars and get 2 or 3 bottles of water and get back in and go back out.
Right.
They need to,
Change the tires, get back out there.
I think to give
Yeah.
anybody else a chance, they need to hinder the 77 as much as possible. so Connor Hall just he
But they
needs
go-
4 and everybody else gets 6.
It ain't gonna bother me none. I'm in the skybox watching these guys.
Well,
Bad
Peyton,
part.
I mean, Landon, it's one thing to do these 3 races. Tell us a little bit about South Boston started 43 cars. How did
Yeah.
you feel about that? And what is? I know I'm hearing wild things about Langley with a lot of cars coming here.
Yeah.
I mean, I still say 43 is too many on these tracks.
43 is definitely a lot. I feel like South Boston was put into a little bit of a different circumstance just because of the weather. I felt like we were racing against the weather than we were anything. I feel like Saturday was really shortened as a whole between practice because we were originally supposed to get a lot more practice than we got, and qualifying. It was all rushed. I feel like they executed it perfectly though for the hand they were given. I feel like at South Boston it's okay. Langley is a little bit. I'm not gonna say it's a little tighter of a racetrack. Not as narrow as South Boston is, but definitely it's a lot more. I should put it as like a big oval. It's either way. I think I feel like South Boston did a great job with how they did it and was allowing the 43 cars to start, because sending 3 cars home after qualifying would have really been. I wouldn't have quite agreed with that. I know we were originally supposed to start 40, but 3 cars isn't going to make a much of a difference.
Yeah.
But if the original 47 would have showed up, it would have been a little different. Langley, I feel like if we're not into I feel like an LCQ like Martins, or I wouldn't say like Martinsville, but typically you would have an LCQ for that many cars, and I feel like you should be able to give the opportunity to race in.
Yeah,
I agree with that.
yeah, I would agree. I think the most we started was 36 one year. I think for the heat at 2 o'clock in the morning. I think it was.
Yeah.
Well, Landon, we appreciate you being with us tonight, man, and appreciate you spending some time with us. Good luck to you at the Hampton Heat. Good luck to you this weekend. I know you're running for the championship down in South Boston, so good luck to you down there this week, and we'll see you when you come to Langley in a couple weeks.
Yes, sir. Thank y'all. It's always a pleasure being on here with you guys.
All right, thank you, man. We'll talk
Thanks,
to you
buddy.
soon.
Man.
Thank you.
Well,
So we can't go get you a car and let you try to get it.
No, I think I'll just I'll be in the skybox over here. I'll be in Bob Silva's skybox. So or down here, or either down here in turn 4, one of the two. I like watching down here in turn 4.
It is a good spot down there.
It
too.
is. Yeah.
The Whites kind of own that little spot over there.
Yeah, all down there, all them down. Yeah, so it's great, man. I tell you, I've been coming to Langley for so many years, since the 70s.
But
So,
Jamie Roberts said they just talked to you, and
Yeah.
you didn't tell her.
I didn't.
You're coming on the show.
I didn't. I called her and Jody. I don't know. Jody's one of my best buddies, Jody McCormick.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah, he's one of my best friends, and I just called him in Nags Head on vacation, so I called up to see what they're doing, and Jamie answered the phone. I said, well, I didn't want to talk to him anyway. I want to talk to you. So,
Well, I mean, she's better looking.
oh, so a lot better looking. Yeah, a lot better looking. So,
and probably
but
much
I didn't.
nicer.
I didn't even. Yeah, and I was on my way home. I told my brother, I got to get home.
Got to
I
rest
got
up
to rest a
for
little bit for the
this
show. Yeah. I said, well, I maybe storied a little bit there. You get out, went home and ate some chicken tenders and drank a little bit of water. So you know what? I better get to Langley. So, and it was awesome.
It was a long drive, huh?
Yeah. It takes me every bit of about 5 minutes. So I mean, I could, if people need a place to park, we'd always park them behind my house in the field, and I can shuttle them here.
There you go.
So
There you
it's,
go.
we're not far at all. We can sit down here. We can sit at my house, sit out by the pool, and here.
Okay.
We're not here. Oh yeah, here. Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah, it's great. I mean, I'll tell you, Langley is it's been a part of my life for a long time. I don't do the shows down here anymore. like I used to, do the burnout on the front straightaway. It's just, it probably wasn't the wisest thing I've done in my life doing that.
You probably one of many.
Yeah, well, you're right, but because you have no out. If something goes wrong, you got a concrete wall. That's it. So,
like I said, the fall don't hurt. It's the stop at
it's
the
the
end.
stop, and it's a funny thing we said that because a friend of mine over in Sweden, who's in Hockenheim, Sweden, it's been about 4 weeks ago, got killed doing a burnout.
Really?
Yeah, just doing a burnout. He's been doing it for several years there. And
What happened?
we don't know exactly 100% what happened, but some of the story is because he would literally crowd on each side of him. Supposedly, now I don't know, like I say, this, everything we talked about is gossip, but this has come from a fairly good source that a lady lost her leg, and they think that she's the one that walked down in front of him. And then, of course, there was no out, and there was a building there. So he the bike hit the building. He went through the plate glass window.
Ooh.
Yeah. So, and I told us, that's one reason I had to stop doing shows like that. Yeah, because I had came out here and I just played the bike a couple of times, but doing even though this track is flat, it's really not flat.
No.
When you're standing on this, thing, and it's hard to do that. And one year I did the burnout in the pit road, right?
Yeah.
And it's great to do it. It's great to do it for people that don't get to see the bike. But when you start looking at it, what if something goes wrong? There's no out, and things go wrong, as we know. When you see, and normally when something goes wrong, it's when you're doing something like that.
Yeah.
You get just
Yeah. You're just, this is no big deal.
Right.
Kind of like the 8 Mile deal. It wasn't no big deal for me, right?
No, exactly.
Yeah, no big deal. And
Definitely
then I crashed up in 260 miles an hour so many times, then you come off at 200.
Oh.
Yeah, so it's a little embarrassing too. So, but it makes you know that you still are human.
Yeah. Eddie Clark wants to know, when you were in Martinsville, did you pick up any product, Jack?
He wasn't there.
Our liquor sponsor.
Oh yeah, gotta have fun. You gotta have that.
He wasn't there. He
Michelob Ultra. Oh,
he was at his second job. He has a fishing place.
Oh, does he?
Sells fishing stuff.
There's a Bonder Brothers distillery. I don't know if you ever watched the movie Lawless. Is it Lawlessness?
Lawlessness. It's about Robert Bondurant, or about the Bondurant family.
How they were running moonshine.
Oh, yeah.
And got busted. And
Have you ever watched the thing on Junior Johnson?
Oh yeah,
Oh yeah, that's another good show.
that's right. But see now, I have big ties to the moonshine stuff because my grandfather and all them, they ran moonshine and all that stuff. And
I still know people.
my grandfather,
I know some people just run over here in Cortland area.
that's where he's at. That's where he's from.
Oh,
I'm from Cortland.
oh yeah. Better watch out.
Might be his neighbor.
But no, my grandfather was there, and he got caught. This is in Franklin County, Virginia. He got caught doing it, and somehow or other he got out of it. Well, didn't get out of it, but he ran. He ran to West Virginia. They moved over to West Virginia. He became the chief of police over there. So
beautiful, better than have a moonshine. I mean, it's just like kind of it's like hiring a tech guy in the car, hire the biggest cheater.
Right.
That's how you put it. That's how you hire the tech guy.
So
you find the best one.
The moonshine
That's right.
stuff was really, that's
Same thing with the sheriff. Hire the moonshiner. If you want to find the moonshiner, you got to hire a moonshiner. Right?
That is true. That is true. So Mason said they have a bunch of people park at their shop and walk over for Hampton Heat. Mason Donnan works on Edwards.
it's gonna be.
Oh yeah.
It's gonna be crowded in here. That.
Yeah, you better come early.
It's going to be good.
Yeah.
It's going to the Hampton Heat's always a great race. And Bill's done. I mean, look what he's done to this place. I mean, this is
Every year
it's
it's
a pretty
upgraded.
near short track. I mean, it's a pretty near short track. And it goes back what Peyton says. He damn sure don't do it for money.
That's exactly right.
He does it for his passion. And I got a lot of respect for Bill for what he's done here.
Yeah, he spent
And
a lot
look
of
what
his
he's
time.
done. He just put all this. Look what he did with all the asphalt. For
Looks
the
good out
perspective. Not only does he look out for the racer, I think he looks out for the spectator, and you got to make them comfortable.
Yeah.
Well, we couldn't be here without them.
No, absolutely not. Spectators are number one. And
Yep.
they treat them good. And where else can you take your kid? Literally let them run wild as they want to run and don't have to worry about it.
Well, that
Got a fence around it. You know,
Yeah.
like keeping a dog in. Right?
well, they got a
Okay,
playground.
And the people ain't gonna let them go out the front. The
Right.
cops are right there at the door.
Mhm.
I mean, it's safe.
Well, I mean, it's not that expensive. I think you can get a 4-pack for what, $40 or $30. I don't remember what it costs now to get in. And then food is not that expensive. If you go to some other venues and you go get some food, you're gonna spend $10 for a drink.
Wait
Well,
till you get
know,
to
and I can't remember exactly what it is, but I think bottles of water is only a couple, $3 down here, whatever they charge.
What's what I mean? You
I
eat
was
for
at a
15 bucks.
drag race last year.
Mhm.
They were charging $8 for a bottle of water at the concession stand.
Oh, Lord.
$8.
Yeah.
So go to a concert.
Yeah.
And look how they charge
That's
you.
exactly right.
I mean, I don't care what venue you go to. Whether
Yeah,
you go
I mean,
to the Scope, you go to the Coliseum, wherever you go,
Mhm.
you go get a soda. It's $5-6. You get you'll get a popcorn. It costs 2 cents. It's $10.
Right.
I mean, it's
I mean, you could eat a whole meal, a good meal, for $15 here. Drink-
absolutely. Get
whatever.
redneck fries, man.
That's right. With some
That's a
redneck
beautiful
fries.
thing,
Yeah,
man.
yeah.
But they're
I
good
get mine
too.
with extra cheese.
Oh yeah, you know, let me tell you, the redneck fries went over so well. You know, a friend of mine, and he has a booth right down here that has Lil's restaurant.
Mm.
He actually does redneck fries at the restaurant now,
Oh, that's
and they've been a
Good
good,
be hit.
yeah, because they're great. And who was the boy that had the concession before?
Skip
Kane,
yeah.
Skip Kane.
Kane.
He's the one that
Come
I think
up
that came up with redneck fries. I ain't
He
sure.
told me or told us, and I can't remember off the top of my head. I mean, he's definitely one to bring it here. But
Okay.
I think he was somewhere else and seen it or something.
Okay.
But I can't swear to that. Don't hold me.
Well, I
to
liked it when Skippy said we go in the back door, eat his shrimp.
that. Yeah, I don't know. What other racetrack can you go get shrimp?
I don't know of any. It's good shrimp.
Right. I mean, it ain't no.
I believe they're still selling them.
I think
I
so.
believe they'll.
Yeah.
You know, they'll cater to boxes and
Yep.
they do a good job. I
Mhm.
mean, it's
Yeah. if
where
your
else can
sponsor's
you
a
go that's easy, accessible, easy off the interstate?
Yeah.
No matter where you're in Williamsburg, Virginia Beach, even Richmond. I mean, you're this 100-mile trip, but it's all interstate. You get off the interstate, bam, you're at the track.
Mhm.
You ain't like you got to go through a city.
That's right.
If you're a couple hours from home, but you know, in my case, I'm a couple minutes. But everybody around here and the support that I see that Langley gets from the city of Hampton.
That's exactly right.
And I'm going to tell you, and I think that has a lot to do with Bill Mullis getting them involved.
Yeah.
And, and seeing what this track does. I mean, look what it's going to bring in for the, if you listen to home, what it's going to bring in revenue to the city.
You got that right.
Yeah.
All the hotels and
Yeah. People coming in.
fuels. I mean, it goes on food at the grocery store, the chicken place down the road here, I mean, just the McDonald's. I mean, the whole prospect. That's the whole key to this.
That's exactly
The
right.
whole key to it.
Yeah.
I'm just proud to be a part of it.
That's right.
Well, I tell you what, I'm proud of. I'm proud that you come to their show tonight and been here with us.
Well, I was going to come in
It was-
person.
It was an honor.
We
to have
appreciate
you
that.
here.
Too.
I mean, I've heard so many things about you. I've
Never heard anything bad about you.
Oh, well, don't talk to my wife.
So when's your next race?
I'm not going to be racing myself until September. I got to have a little time to get myself built back up and a little time to get the bike back together. I mean, even though I got a new one ready to go that I could run, still want to run this one here because I got the new one for sale. So I'd rather keep it
Sell
new and
it.
sell it. Yeah, don't go out and tear it up, right?
Yeah.
So just got to have a little time to get myself back together. But I'm gonna be here at Hampton Heat.
Well, I'm sure.
I'm gonna be right here. So it's in September, and we're running. It's funny you're talking about Triple Crown, but that's what we're running. I mean, this will be the second race of the Triple Crown in September, and we're actually going to do 2 races in one weekend for a Triple Crown. We're going to race on. It's going to be in Maple Grove, Pennsylvania. We're going to actually race Thursday, Friday. That's one race, and then we're going to race Saturday, Sunday. That's the second race.
Okay.
You can literally, you can walk out of there with $60,000
Wow.
purse money.
Wow.
That's pretty good.
That's pretty good. If you just qualify, you can walk out with 20,000, 10,000 a day,
Oh wow.
or 10,000 a week, per race.
Yeah.
To just
Wow.
qualify.
Wow.
So it's
So big money weekend.
it's a big money weekend for us,
Wow.
and then we'll then our last one's going to actually be in September. Oh, no, excuse me, it'll be October. It'll be in Dunn, North Carolina.
Okay.
So we'll go there, and I'm supposed to have a couple of races in between now since I've gotten hurt. I'm actually going to have to call them off just because I can't have the bike ready, and I don't think I would be ready. It would be real smart to go out there and not be 100%.
Yeah.
It's just like racing one of these race cars. If you're
Not ready. You're not ready.
if you're 90%, your chances of winning are slim.
Yeah.
You want to be a
Well, then you want to be
100%.
safe. We know what, something unfortunate can happen
It can happen.
very easily.
It can happen, and it can, it can happen to the best. I mean, I just proved it. So
Yeah.
it's another lesson I can when I'm teaching some of the younger guys that hey,
It can happen.
and I'm gonna be honest, I'm the first one thought. I mean, I've been doing it so long and made so many runs. I'm going 8 mile.
No big deal.
No big deal. I found out it is. I found it is a big deal. So. And I'll own part of it. I ain't gonna own the whole deal, but I'll own part of it for maybe being a little complacent, let the bump get to me, and but we'll change all that up. And, go back out there, and I'm trying to make 50 years of racing. I've been doing it 48 years, so I'd like to end it at 50. I'd like to finish this year, one more year, and
Wow.
be 50.
Now, would you put somebody else on the bike?
We have thought about that, and I would. I'm definitely considered it. I'd love to put one of my crew guys that's been around me forever. I'd love to have him ride it. The problem of it is, whoever you get to ride it, they've got to bring sponsorship money. No different than these guys out here racing the driver.
Yeah.
You got to have somebody that can bring some money, because when I quit or retire, I shouldn't say quit, when I retire from it, I ain't gonna say I can't still get a certain amount of money from my sponsors, but the chances of that are slim to none because they're sponsoring
Right.
you. It's not like, it's not like the NASCAR.
Spider-Man's not going to be on the bike.
Right, exactly. Right. And then you got to groom somebody. It's got to be the right person, to be outgoing with the fans.
That's exactly right.
You
You can't do it with just anybody.
Not this day and time. I mean, look what Tony Stewart's done. Let me tell you. I've always heard how Tony was hard to get to at the NASCAR races and things like that. He's not like that at the drag races.
It's not quite as demanding,
Yeah.
quite. But I agree with you.
He was more accessible.
Correct. But I will say he was a pain in the ass. He could be an asshole.
Oh,
right?
absolutely.
But
He still can be.
yes. But I will say he has the biggest heart. Also, he was like one of the first people that I know me and Jack's been privy to information on the other side of the fence.
Oh,
because
absolutely.
we're very lucky. But
Yep.
we're crew members on some other team, and it could be a no-name team or a big team that had nothing to do with his team. That there's something happened to their wife or their baby was getting ready to get born, and Tony would be like, "Go to the airport. My pilot will take you home."
Yep.
That's not cheap.
No, he did that for Angie Smith, a pro stock bike rider, a girl.
Oh, really?
She failed, crashed, and Tony took her home on his plane.
I don't know how many people he's done that, a helicopter ride or an airplane ride, and that's a 10, 30,
His heart's in the right place.
$60,000.
Yeah.
Well, you probably double it because it's got to go there and come back again.
Well, one thing about Tony Stewart that I kind of like is you really don't have to really think what he's going to say, because in other words, he's going to say what he means. In other words, if it's on his mind,
Yeah, he doesn't have much of a filter.
no, he's going to say it. And I kind of like that.
Yeah, for sure.
It's but to have him come over when he's really, to be honest with you, he's held the drag race.
Mm.
He's held.
Oh
the
yeah,
drag
for
race.
sure.
But we have a new superstar in drag racing now, Maddie Gordon, little girl drag racing top fuel cars, 22 years old, won her first race last week.
Oh really?
So we got a big new star in drag racing. She drives for Ron Capps, the Napa.
Mm. Oh yeah, yeah.
So it's a good thing. I try to keep up drag racing and cars, right?
Yeah.
But I love the round track cars as much as I do drag racing.
It's all
So
the fuel all.
I just don't have. I've never had the drive to drive one.
Mm.
I mean, I had a chance to drive legend cars, late models. It's not me. I'm not a left-hand guy, man. Man, I'm gonna pass that finish line one time, right? But I appreciate y'all having me.
Well,
Thank
we
you.
appreciate taking your time to come out here and be with us.
Thank you
It's
very
an
much.
honor, and
My pleasure. Thank y'all for having me.
Thank
Yes,
you.
sir.
we'll be,
And I'll see y'all down here at the Hampton Heat.
That's
we'll be here. We'll be here.
And if I ever do anything for you two guys, y'all holler at me.
We appreciate that.
Yes,
Thank
sir.
you a lot. That means a lot to
You're
us.
very welcome.
So-
And if I'd have been the right guy, I'd have brought y'all some t-shirts, but I'll bring them to the Hampton Heat.
All right. All right.
Wait, don't hold up just one second.
Okay.
I want a picture of all of us together.
Oh, okay, absolutely. Yes, sir.
So, all right, that's the show for this week, man. I'll tell you, it's been great to have Larry here with us. It's an honor. Also, Peyton Sellers and Landon Pembleton being with us.
Hampton Heat's coming.
And we're going to have somebody next week. I'm going to get another Hampton Heat driver that's going to be in the Hampton Heat and have them with us next week too. So,
Neat.
anyway, that'll be a lot of fun. Please like and share our show, and we'll talk to you again next Tuesday night.
See you guys.